now. So y'all, we're going live. As long as
just do the whole recording
cooperates. All right, there we go. Facebook cooperated eventually.
Very frustrated and annoyed and questioning eyebrows the whole time.
My dude is just spamming filters right now. He's got his room so dark you can't see nothing but him. And he looks like a Labubu right now.
Oh no.
That was good. Turn my filters off. We're good.
Welcome to the stream, everybody.
Yeah, welcome to the stream.
What it do? We're back.
If you're here, Facebook is actually still initializing because Facebook.
You're still doing it. You're still doing the eyes. You look like Terry Crews.
Angry and confused.
Alternate universe Terry Crews.
This ain't the Brooklyn Nine-Nine. This is the Brooklyn
What if I
Stash
raise
Show.
the outside ones? I raise them on the outside and get them down and scrunched in the middle.
I think my frame rate has dropped significantly. I'm like claymation right now. I think I'm gonna have to deal with that. I think that's just what it is. There's too many systems running.
Don't you run away from me, camera.
You got the auto framing going?
Supposed to, but it ain't working.
Cam's gesturing his camera to get closer. It's like, everybody, bring it in, bring it in. Are you still using the OBS bot?
Yeah.
You can,
but you see,
you can gesture
because I'm on
with the
Linux.
Ls
I have no software. No, I have no. It's literally rogue. I can't control it.
Oh, I just know if I put a hand up, it does auto framing, and then I put a hand up again, and it stops.
But you can get the OBS software.
No, you can't. Not on Linux.
Oh, right.
They've said they're gonna come out with Linux software on their thing. As of like the past 3 years, we're working on it. Guys, it's just a little longer. It's only been 3 years. We're working on it. I'm like, you ain't working on it though. It'd be out by now if you was working on it.
Yeah, it's just like an ISO file, right?
I mean, they could just pop out like a flat pack or an app image, but they like, nah, we're just gonna say we're working on it. Yeah, we ain't.
Just to see if they pop up. All right, the one on Twitch popped up immediately. The one on YouTube did not find it. All right, let's try it again. Let's try a test on YouTube again. Test 2 YouTubes. All right, so we got a chat. I'm not gonna do alerts on the chat because it gets distracting if we're trying to talk to each other, and all of a sudden it's like, bing. So we're not gonna do that.
It started zooming in on my face because it didn't recognize it as a face anymore.
Yeah, that's what it do. Last I saw a face, it was here. Do you recognize this blob?
I think I see eyes and a nose and a mouth, but
Yeah, I turned off my auto framing because this is a fake background. Believe it or not, I don't actually have a green outline like this. Oh no! The auto framing.
This is a real background.
There it goes.
You can tell when I throw this over my shoulder. Real background. Look at that, crazy.
I mean, I can throw things over my shoulder and they'll look real for a second. Like I got this
until they hit the green screen.
Pikachu, and then, well, you know.
Well, you didn't throw it over your shoulder very far, to be honest.
Well, you know. I've lost the Pikachu entirely. I actually threw it into a different dimension.
Battery.
Oh no. Rip Pikachu.
Pikachu times changes.
My camera's like, what?
Ari has started to say Pikachu, but
there we go.
She can't get it right yet. But she says Pichuka.
It doesn't affect my audio quality at all to just have him chilling there.
Pichuka.
This is fantastic. People who normally come through for these are probably not going to because we're starting so late. It is 11:38 p.m. even where we live. Why are we doing this?
It's
We
probably
just
not
need
even
to
remotely scheduled.
get back
We
into
gotta get
it.
some West Coast fans. Where y'all at?
Oh yeah, we didn't tell nobody we were doing this. This is a shadow drop and a half. What can you do?
It's been 6 months. Where have you been?
I have been a dad times 2.
Yeah.
I got Tamagotchis.
I
My love is real.
They call me Tamagami.
They call me Daddy. I need food.
Papagachi.
Oh, Papa got you. I like it.
Wow.
Better attention.
The Gotch father.
Better ingredients.
Wow.
Better attention. Papagachi.
Amazing. Wow. All right, so we've gathered here today to discuss the best games that we've played in 2025. Not the best games that came out in 2025 that we played, just the best games that we played that year, even if they had come out several years prior. Typically, this is a
true.
Legend of Zelda themed podcast. One of the only rules we have for this show is that we don't put Zelda games on the list, even if they were the best thing we played that year. Specifically because, like, you know, we're always talking about Zelda. It's not as interesting to just talk about it some more when we say, oh yeah, that's the best game is what we were doing for our podcast. We got T-Bird in the chat. Wow. Welcome in.
Yo, T-Bird, what it do?
Underboyd.
Thunderboyd. He's here. All right. So, guys, normally we do like a round robin-esque thing. I don't know who wants to start this time around. Do we want to do top 3s or top 5s? I'm feeling it's so late. We should probably stick to top 3s.
I'm good with top 3s. I kind of thought we could do like an everybody rambles at the same time kind of style, though. Just kidding.
Oh, yeah.
Top 3s.
Like, that's a really good point, but my game was good for different reasons.
Doesn't sound as peak as my game.
Ugh.
Is that foreshadowing? It might be foreshadowing.
It might be a little foreshadowing.
All right.
Or is it 5 shadowing? All right, I'm done.
I'm Shadow. 5 brain.
I have a list of games, and I actually didn't put them in order, which is silly of
Oh
me.
no.
Yeah. Mine are just like they're there.
Yeah,
I have an order.
you have an order.
I
Okay.
do.
How about you start that? We're gonna do 3s and then work our way towards 1s.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, that sounds good.
That sounds good. All right, cool.
I
Have a should my bad game start as 3 though? Because I have a game that was bad, but that has later updates.
I mean, did it end up being one of your best plays?
Not of 2025, but I first played it in 2025, but it was bad.
All right. How about we do like that could probably be a part of honorable mentions then, or like
Okay.
in that zone after we talk about our top stuff, where we like add in the other games we played and just that's kind of our ramble zone. Let's do that.
I'm good with it.
All right, Mayo, you want to kick us off with your number 3?
I'm kicking us off with the most peak game that came out in 2025.
My dude's gonna steal it
This-
immediately.
He's
This-
thieving.
I mean, I have an order. You could look at
This
my
is
Google Docs.
this is my top 3
This is
game
number
as
3
well, actually.
on my Google Docs.
3 game.
It was all my top 3s. What? All right, I'm Peakhead Larry, and this game is peak, and it's peak. This game was came out of nowhere. No one asked for it. Okay, let's just start
Well,
out there.
that's
No
one
one
way to
asked
say
for
it,
this
yeah.
game. and no one wanted it. No one thought about it, and then it just kind of dropped. I don't think there was any marketing that like I've never seen it on Steam, and I frequent the like what's going to be released in so and so months, and I've never seen this game, and it just came out and blew up on the internet, and then it kept blowing up in the internet. Every streamer in the world was like, "Yo, peak," and then we peaked, and then we peaked for like months because peak is just so good, and then they kept updating peak. They made a bunch of biomes, and it was like my top 3 of 25. You could do the game solo and have a great time, but it's even better with friends. The game is just legendary, and you can just do a bunch of nonsense like if you want to co-op with your friends, you could co-op, or you could just like blow dart them on the side of a cliff and they fall all the way back down. Like you make it your own journey.
Yeah.
You could drop coconuts on their head when they climb, and it's great.
This is one of them games that like got coined as friend slop or multiplayer slop. Just because it's like a game that wasn't focused on being like graphically the best thing. It was just focused on being fun and functional for multiplayer gaming. And it did hit those marks. It did really great. Like we had a ton of fun playing Peak. Just a few little notes here. I'm just looking at I'm doing quick Google searches just so we can shout out developers Aggro Crab, Landfall Games, Team Peak. This thing got nominated for like best multiplayer game at like Game Awards and things like that. So definitely a huge hit. If not just for us, for like everybody who played it. It's got 10 out of 10 on Steam. Just straight up.
Hey, I mean, I think it deserves it. I mean, the proximity chat is so much fun when you get farther away from your friends. You can hear them like echoing in the distance. You've got funny items, like you could just drop coconuts on your friends and knock them off the wall, or you could like use a grapple thing they have now to pull your friends up to you if they're struggling. It has randomly generated maps for every biome that you can change the seeds on. It has a modding community and like some good quality of life mods and maybe more. We didn't really experiment with too many other ones, but there's a lot of good reasons to get it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and the game, I think one of the things that I liked about it was that the support was very obvious and continued throughout the year. I remember there was like items still being added at the end of 2025. Like I remember specifically there was like an item that would like turn you into a skeleton and then completely change the gameplay.
We were so confused when you did it. We were like, what is he doing?
But it was great. I loved it. I used it twice in one round and then lost because of that. But, it was great.
He lost all of his stamina bar to permanent damage.
Now, so just to kind of go back to what you said, you mentioned Aggro Crab and Landfall as being, I think, the developer and publisher combo. Just to give some backlight to those legendary companies, Landfall is responsible for rounds, which is legendary. We had so much fun. That's like one of the best multiplayer games ever, and it has crazy mod support. And then Aggro Crab, actually, for anyone who watched the 2024 top plays, they made another Crab's Treasure, which that was on my top 5 of that year.
Nice.
Such a phenomenal game. They're all about the crabs. Actually, no, they don't have any crabs in Peak.
No, not even on the beach.
No.
They got conch shells, which crabs could theoretically live in, but they're not.
Right. It'd be like a hermit crab or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, legendary studio, legendary game.
Yeah, it was great. Cam, do you want to go next or you want me to go next? I'm gonna have the least.
So I got
overlap,
a Peak game into my third spot. Oh wait, let me just. I got another game I've decided can be in the third slot.
I just decided.
This is gonna be. I did. I decided. Not just now, but a little while ago. So this is a game that me and Anthony played together, and it is called Fantasy Life.
Ooh. Yeah.
Okay.
Specifically the second one. The first one was a 3DS game. The second one is like a Switch, PC, maybe PS4, maybe Xbox. I'm not sure on those. I don't have those systems.
Did come out in 2025, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a pretty new game. And so if anyone's ever played the original Fantasy Life on the 3DS, it's very similar to that one where you have like both a job system and a class system, like the class system being for your combat, which is also like part of the job system, but then the job system gets very intricate with alchemy, blacksmithing, woodworking, um creating furniture, even with like wood cutting. It's got mining, lumberjacking. It's got like 10 different jobs that you have, or
Mhm.
potentially even a couple more. They're
Alright.
all
Yo,
very in
Bro.
depth.
we're recording right now.
I hear
What it
you.
do?
You just crashed our
Are you
podcast
recording?
hard.
I need
We
to
are.
leave, don't I?
Good old Luigi.
So that was
Luigi,
that was my
everyone.
fantasy life character that I made just popping in. You know, the AI. Yo, what's up, Luigi?
Wow.
So yeah,
Luigi
a lot of the
Department,
jobs
a random
kind of
shout out.
a lot of the jobs kind of commingle with each other. Like you have to mine to get the materials to blacksmith with, and you have to lumberjack in order to get the materials to do the woodworking with. So, and then I like kind of the blacksmithing would also work into your warrior classes, like your what was it? Paladin was one of them, or
Mhm.
warrior. And there was another one, but the classes that use the more heavier armor would get the benefit from both the mining and the blacksmithing. So there's this whole
Mercenary.
intricate mercenary, yeah. And so you got like 4 different upgrades that you get throughout these jobs as you rank them up, and you get more skills and you get to use better equipment and you continue the story. Each job also has like its own mini story that you go through with quests to complete. And then there's obviously an overarching story to the game in its entirety as well. And the gameplay is kind of like action based. You run around a 3D map. There's enemies that spawn. You fight them in real time, like action game. It's not turn based or anything.
Gotcha.
And it's a very fun game.
Did
And me and Anthony played
Yeah.
pretty much the
finish that
entirety of
one?
it.
Oh yeah, okay. You said you pretty much the entirety. Okay.
Yeah, we finished it, and we even did the like the post game dungeon a time or two. But it was extraordinarily repetitive, and we both had already like played it a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean they did just recently make there's a lot of like end game content that you can do in the game past the post story, but it like Cameron mentioned, it's so repetitive because you're just going around this huge open world map, trying to fight bosses and getting like gear things, and then they made a roguelike sort of game mode on top of the post game dungeons that you can do. So there's like this new rogue system where you can like fight this like rogue boss, and it's like a whole rogue like um cave system thing. I don't really know much about it, but it seemed fun, like replayability wise. Like they added some replayability, which is always nice to see. a
It's
game
kind of
do.
like a Chalice Dungeons kind of thing, like from Bloodborne.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
That's cool.
yeah. So it's a fun game. I enjoyed that game. The job system is really unique, I have to say.
Yeah.
And
I
a
remember
lot of the
watching
game
you guys play
is-
this one.
It's like reminiscent of the original Fantasy Life, but also just improves on it in every way. So I say it's a really good sequel
Yeah, I had
because I played
the
the original Fantasy Life a lot on
DS
3DS.
game. Right? There was like a Fantasy Life on the 3DS or the DS, one of
Yeah.
those two. Yeah.
3DS, yeah.
And I remember having it, playing it for a while, but falling off of it somewhere midway.
Mhm.
But it definitely looked like they did a lot since then for this one. Yeah, I don't have really much to share about that one, but because I didn't play it, but I didn't see it. Look good.
And that is my third place pick.
My third place is kind of it's an older game. It's not like super old. It's 2017. It's Super Mario Odyssey. I finally got around to in 2025. I know, right? I got a Switch late in the game. I should preface with that. Like Super Mario Odyssey came out when the Switch came out, basically. And then I didn't play it until 8 years later. So this game was, I mean, all of the Super Mario 3D game, like they're all good. I I've played all of them except for Super Mario Galaxy 2. Like that's the oddball game that I haven't played yet. But every one of them that I've played, I've had a great time with. In fact, like this year, I replayed Super Mario 64 again and had a great time with it again. But Super Mario Odyssey was just like a massive scale version of a Super Mario game. Oh, got a compliment on the beanie. Thank you, Krista. Anyway, so the thing is, like, they threw a few curveballs at you in this one that I didn't expect. Like, there was a level where you end up fighting a dragon, and it's like just straight up looks like something out of a FromSoft game. Like, it's just the fight doesn't fit in with Mario at all. But the fact that you've already been to a bunch of different planets with different tones and styles, it's not as jarring as you would think it would be. It's just kind of like a cool thing that they did. They're like, hey, you know, we could just have a planet that's just a dragon, and they did that.
Ruined Kingdom.
Yeah. And I'll say, like, the peak of that game is actually at the end of it. Like, the finale does, I mean, something that honestly I probably should have seen coming, but I feel like that's how everybody feels when they get to it. Because I mean, yeah, I'm gonna spoil a game that's 8 years old, guys. Like in the final run before the post game begins, right? Like you're chasing down Bowser, and basically the world that you're on begins collapsing, and there's like a wall that you can't break through, at least not at your current power level or whatever. So you end up mind controlling Bowser with Cappy and just like crashing through a whole planet, playing as just Bowser destroying stuff. It's almost like the foreshadowing for Donkey Kong Bonanza was like this one finale run as Bowser just destroying everything. So definitely a good game, and not to mention, like, when you're in that finale, they play they do it a few times throughout the game where they play a song that actually has lyrics in the song, which is so weird when you're playing a Mario game. Every time it happened in this game, I was like, what is happening right now? Like, this isn't right. Why are there actual song lyrics? I just need my doots and my bops. Like, why are we doing this? But it was a cinematic experience. It was a whole lot of fun. Definitely would recommend it. Definitely hits that cross between like an action platformer and an actual adventure game where you feel like you're discovering new things all over the place. So really great game all around.
The only thing I know about Odyssey is that many people online, and I don't even know what it is, but it's like little tiny mini maps where you have to get like all the coins on the map in like crazy strat ways, and people do like insane like triple jump hat combos off of like tiny little things and get like I don't know about that. Is it a game mode?
I don't know. I mean, there's like a balloon challenge game mode that you unlock when you beat the game. I don't know about the coin collecting thing.
It might be
It's
the
like-
balloon collecting.
I think it's either mods or self-imposed difficulty things, but you know, Nintendo didn't hear me talk about mods for a Nintendo game.
Yeah,
They don't exist, obviously. I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
the skill ceiling on the game is crazy high. Because the combinations that you can do with Cappy, the ones that I've seen done are way beyond my skill level. I've never been able to chain as many hat jumps as I've seen. But yeah, you can basically just fly around as Mario if you're really good. Which I'm just not at that level, but it's good stuff. I'm surprised you haven't played it. I mean, I know I waited till 2025, so I'm not one to talk, but you have a Switch. It's like one of the best games on the Switch.
Yeah, I don't know why I never played it. I think it's the only Mario game I've. Well, okay, I have never played New Super Mario Bros, but I don't know if you can count that as a Mario game. I mean, it is.
Yeah,
but
I have
haven't played it.
missed a lot of
It's
the
not
side
in the-
scrollers and platformers and stuff like that. I've only played the 3D
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah, so like in terms of like the 3D ones, it's the only game I've never played in Mario. I don't know why. Just like never never jumped at me like, oh, I got to buy this.
Okay.
I don't know.
I suppose you don't gotta buy that.
You don't gotta
I
buy
don't.
it.
Right.
There's nothing.
You're right,
I
bro.
mean, if you're not feeling it, you're not feeling it. I get it.
I mean, like one day, maybe I'll buy it, you know?
I mean, when I first
like,
got the
hey.
Switch, I wasn't feeling it either. I didn't get it. I mean, I got the Switch like 2022 or something like that. And 3 years later, I was like, I should get Odyssey finally. It was like
Played it on release.
it was like on sale or something. I was like, all right, cool.
Let me jump on that.
Right.
Hmm.
So that's my number 3 is a game that's way older than it ought to have been.
If we talking about games that are way older than they ought to be, the next game that I have beats yours by 5 years. Was it 20? No, it's 2017. Okay, so 4 years. So it came out. The game that I'm going to be talking about came out in 2013. Long time ago.
It's a good year.
Yeah, it was a very good year. I was actually still in New York that year, funny enough.
Nice.
But yeah, so the game that I have in my number 2 spot is Warframe. And I know that y'all don't like it.
Yeah, all right. No, respect
But-
for the love of the game. I've seen you play this one more than anything this in 2025, especially.
Yeah. Back in, gosh, I think it was September, October. So I used to play this game, mind you. So I played it on Sony PlayStation 4, I think it was, and I played it a little bit. And then I played it on Switch, and then I played it on PC, and they didn't have like a connect your account feature, and I got really mad because I'm like, I put work into like 2 separate accounts on my Switch and my PS4.
Yeah.
And then I think it was in the end of last year, or it might have been the year before, they made a connect your account feature so that all your accounts can be on one thing and you can retain all of the work you've done, which is phenomenal.
Some cross
So I picked the yeah.
Yeah.
So I connected everything together, all my Warframes I had across multiple different platforms, moved them all into the one, and I've been playing it ever since. They have added so much content to that game. It is probably the only live service game that I have ever liked and probably will ever like.
Yeah.
And the reason I think they just do so well, and it speaks to the development of the actual studio. So they have on Steam like 300,000 reviews, pretty much, and they're always in the like top 10 of Steam top played. So
Okay.
anytime you go check the top played on Steam or the top sellers, they're always at the top. And I think what they do so well is it's a free game, so you can just pop in and start playing whenever you want. But obviously, they have a tremendous digital purchases store, and digital purchases can be Warframes, weapons, anything to improve your game.
Okay.
It all costs money. But instead of like most live service games or even MMOs, when you buy their packs, and this is very prevalent on mobile games, and this is why I like this development studio so much. When you buy these like packs, like they don't do anything to the game. It's just making money for the developers, and it kind of feels wrong.
Okay.
Whereas this company, when they set like they have this huge store and you buy all this stuff, but every single month they make this amazing story with a new Warframe, top tier visuals, CGI, cinematics, like the whole 9 yards. I mean, it's like a whole new game every single month. They release this insane story with crazy video games.
So
And it's
there
like
are
it's just crazy.
like DLC story that's connected to the Warframe itself. So if they basically say, "Hey, buy this character with these abilities, and now you get like more game because of it."
Well, that's the thing is you don't even have to buy the character. So
okay.
the updates every month, anybody can join them. Like I'm doing one right now for this new Warframe that was released, Folly. It's like an artist. She paints with ink, kind of like Shadow Mario.
Okay.
And so like every month they do this and you can just it's for free. So you could pay to get the Warframe and then have access to like, have the Warframe for the story or just do the story and then grind to get the Warframe anyway. So they always make a
alright.
way for you to get everything you can buy in the game too. You just have to grind for it.
Sure.
That's the right
Yeah.
way to do it.
It is. I like it in
I will
certain
say,
aspects.
like, I've watched, like, when I think, because you just started getting into streaming in 2025, right? And I
Mhm.
remember Warframe was one of the big ones that you were streaming at first. And I remember sitting down to watch because I've tried Warframe before. I think I have a save file that's got maybe like 3 or 4 frames, but they're ones that I got right at the start, or whatever in-game currency I had, I spent on like one of them. And the missions were very simple, like go in, fight these, preset number of guys, extract something, whatever. And I lost interest with it pretty readily. Like after just a few missions, I was like, yeah, this feels kind of repetitive. I'm kind of done with it. But that was years ago. So when I went on the stream and watched you play, there were like dragons flying through the air, and you were like crashing a palace to go like fight some crazy like ninja mini boss thing. And I was just like astounded by what I was watching, because I'm like, this is not the game that I played that one time. This is something completely different. Like, that seems like that game has taken on different lives as it's gone.
Yeah. What you're talking about is the star chart. They have like 2 versions of that. It's like the star chart and then the steel path, which is like the legendary, version of that. And then outside of that, they have open world maps. So like Breath of the Wild size maps where you can fish and do missions and a bunch of other crap. And then they have the actual story missions. So they have like probably like 60, because there's 70 warframes and each warframe has a story mission. So yeah, probably 60 to 70 missions that are story based. And then they have basically Void Crew. The game Void Crew
Okay.
is in Warframe, because Warframe actually, I believe, gave the inspiration for the game Void Crew, because there's a whole like side mission. You could build a Void Crew ship and then do Void Crew in
Wow.
Warframe, which I never knew was a thing. And that came out apparently in 2017. So yeah, Void Crew like definitely took that and was like, we're running with that because that's awesome. So they just have so much stuff now in the game that like I'll never ever do all the stuff that's in the game because there's so much stuff.
Yeah.
And the visuals are crazy. It's just really great. It's cinematic, and it's free, so you don't have to actually buy anything. Even though I've bought stuff. Don't judge me. I've bought stuff. I've supported it.
I get that.
Yeah,
Microtransaction me.
I am.
Good deal. I mean, it's a solid number 2.
Yeah.
All
Why don't you
right.
sit with All right. What's Cameron's?
My number 2 is another game I've played a lot with this Anthony fellow.
Oh man.
And if you live in a place that has a lot of planes and rapidly changing pressures in the air, then you might be familiar with being blown by the wind. And this game is called Windblown.
Oh, all right.
Windblown is a roguelite action, super fast-paced action game where you go through different biomes and you fight groups of enemies in rooms as you go into them. Not like you go through a door into a room, but like as you're moving throughout that area, you just go into a spot and there's enemies here, so you fight them. And it's just it has a lot of weapons, and almost all the weapons, speaking from somebody that's played the game a lot, almost all the weapons are viable. All the weapons are fun to use, but some of them are a little bit better than others. But there's a lot of ones that even when you get to like the highest difficulty of the game are still very fun and good to use. There's the system for power-ups is called gifts, and as you go throughout and fight enemies, you randomly, you get one in the beginning, but you kind of randomly receive these things called gifts, and they can augment your characters in specific ways. Some gifts might spawn scythes around you, some might create pools of corrosion that damage the enemy, one might revive you when you die. And then that's like a permanently used up gift slot, and you only have so
Okay.
many gift slots. You can unlock a few more as you go, but there's a maximum number. And at the end of each area is a boss. You go through 4 areas in total, fight the final boss, and then you have the option to go endless as well. And then that allows you to unlock even further perk slots and build to this crazy powerful person. It's a lot of fun single player. It's even more fun multiplayer, up to 4 people.
All right.
Gotta talk Fonz into getting that one.
hmm
And
I mean, I remember getting talked into Ember Knights, and I don't regret that. That one was a lot of fun. But I mean, I think that's a problem with Windblown is that it looks a lot like Ember Knights. I'm like, I already have this other one.
Similar.
yeah, I mean it's roguelite action game, and it's similar in that way. Dodge enemy, attack, hit enemy, continue.
Continue.
But you know, a lot of games could be boiled down to that if you want to say it.
Sure.
There's story stuff you go through which unlocks further areas that you have to unlock through certain things you do in the zone. Sometimes you might have to go in and find a specific item in a certain zone and go back to the hub and be like, yo, I found that thing. And they're like, sweet, how about this thing though? And you're like, I got you. And you keep going through doing stuff like that, beating certain enemies, getting certain items, continuing on, unlocking more gifts, more items. Trinkets are another thing in the game that you can use. 2 trinket slots, 2 item slots. Really
Okay.
unique thing in the game is when you do an entire combo with one weapon, you get to go into what they call an alter attack of your other weapon. So you can use one weapon to activate the alter on the other, or you can use that one to activate the alter. And it's just an alternate attack, big attack, usually comes with invulnerability frames that you can use to dodge enemy attacks instead of having to actually like dash through or away from enemies. You can kind of invincibility your way through them while you also hit them with damage. So there's like a level of complexity to the combat when knowing when to dodge, when to attack, when to actually unleash the alter attack.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a very fun game.
It sounds a
Yeah,
little
highly
bit
recommend
like Hades mechanics a little bit with what you're describing.
Yeah, it's pretty similar to Hades, except with 2 weapons and the alter attack system. But aside from that, yeah, you got like I think in Hades it's spell casting. Like you get a spell or
Yeah,
2, which would be like
yeah.
the trinkets. Yeah.
Hmm.
Hades good games too.
Hades is a good game. Yeah, it's a good game. I haven't played the second one yet, but maybe one day. I don't have any plans right now.
I got mad at the second game and I haven't played it again since I got mad at it.
Oh, I'm
Oh
sorry.
no.
It's
It
never
was,
fun.
it was
He had a
gameplay
good build.
choice. It was. I just real quick. Like the final boss controls time, and if you pause against the final boss, he unpauses the game because haha, I can control time. I was at work, and I had to go do something, so I paused the game to come back, and like one of my best runs was over because the final boss unpaused my game and killed me. And I'm like, very fun and interesting mechanic. Hate that you actually implemented it and didn't give me the option to not allow that to happen. And yeah, I don't want to play this game anymore.
Yeah.
I feel like there
Yeah.
should be an accessibility setting in options of the game to turn that off. Like if you really don't want that, because that's like, I don't know if y'all never played any Metal Gear Solids, right?
Oh no, I played Twin Snakes.
Okay. I don't remember if Twin Snakes had this, but very frequently Metal Gear Solid games had bosses
Psycho
where
Mantis would do this kind of stuff.
yeah. Like your PS2 DualShock controller, like it would take control of the controls and vibrate your controller, and you would like try to press buttons and it wouldn't work at some points, and it's like directly influencing you basically.
Yeah.
And it was a really cool fight, and they implemented that in Guns of the Patriots too. And it's sort of stuff like that where they take control of your hardware, and it's just like really frustrating.
Yeah, I remember in Twin Snake, and we're completely off topic now, but in Twin Snakes,
Yeah.
when you fought Psycho Mantis, and I think this was like referencing a previous title as well. He would mess up your controller, and the trick was you had to change the controller slot that you were using. Like you actually had to take your controller out of slot 1 and put it into slot 2, and then he lost control. He couldn't do anything anymore. And if you lost the fight, and died and then had to try again, he would take over that new controller slot, so you'd have to move it again. It was some silliness. He would also read your memory card on the GameCube version and like tell you about what other games you seem to like. So it was supposed to just be like a creepy, like, I see you like Wave Riders. And I'm like, what? Like, what are we talking about?
You like jet skis?
Animal Crossing, huh?
Right.
How's that Tom Nook fellow? You paid off your loan yet?
It's like, how did you know? So it was, I mean, it was a
crazy.
fun idea, but definitely not like he wouldn't unpause the game from what I remember. Like that would be kind of jacked up. But
Yeah. Like considering there are people that have real life responsibilities and you might have to pause the game, and why that feature is in games in the first place, and to have a boss that's like, nope.
mhm.
I was like, yeah, that's really dumb.
From
Cool.
Soft games
But
are
it's
notorious for like you can't actually pause the game. You can go into your menu and change stuff, and anything can kill you while you're in your menu.
Yeah,
I was
played
gonna
games like
say-
that, but you know that those games do that.
Right.
Versus a game that lets you pause it and then just during the final boss it goes nope.
Right.
Yeah.
And it doesn't do it immediately either. It waited like 10 seconds. So it waits for you to pause it, go, okay, it's paused, put it down, walk away, then haha, gotcha. It's like
And you come back and you're dead.
Yeah. That's not good.
But Hades 2
Man.
is a great game. Just be aware that will happen in the final boss if you play.
I think Hades 2 was a 2025 game though, right?
I believe so.
Didn't
Yes.
it come out in 25?
Yeah.
So I thought.
25 was a very strong year for video games. I have a second choice here. And it is another 2025 game. And this one is Death Stranding 2. So going into this year, it was like a summer release, I believe. I decided I needed to finish Death Stranding 1, so I spent a lot of time like streaming Death Stranding 1, just grinding it to the end. Had a really interesting ending. After having played through it, because I tried to get like 5 stars on every prepper in the game. If I was ever to go back and play that game again, I would not do that because that takes so long to do and it is such a grind. And after finding what kind of items you get at the last few stations, like you get like rocket launchers and just crazy mobility things that would have made the game so much easier. It seems like it would have been better to just like spam your way to the end and then go back and do the completionist stuff if you want when you have all the cool gear. So I definitely feel like I played that one wrong. That being said, I'm playing Death Stranding 2 and I'm still trying to get those 5 stars everywhere I go. So it's a whole new experience. They did a whole lot of quality of life improvements though, and the items are actually more fun even in the early game. And the game has kind of gotten into its stride of like knowing that it's not taking itself too seriously, explaining just enough where you're not like just getting info dumped all the time. You're just kind of like you get the important information and it gets presented in a more entertaining way. And then you're kind of free to go experience the weirdness of the game. And it's actually been really cool. I mean, there are some sections that almost feel more like a Metal Gear game, which has been cool. And you're actually working with like a team of people, so you get missions and you're like interacting with other characters a lot more. Like you guys are all discussing what happens and things. So I'm not anywhere near beating it. Like I'm still playing it this year in 2026. But it is a standout. Like if you thought the first one was like this is a walking sim, lame, whatever, the second one fixes a lot of that. You are still delivering packages, like that didn't go away, but now just about every time there's like something interesting happening on your journey for you to experience and, you know, interact with. So it's a good game.
Yeah, I was watching you stream for I think I watched you for maybe 5 or 6 minutes. And I did notice there was a lot of action going on, and I also thought it was hilarious that you were shooting bolas at people's heads.
Oh
That's
yeah,
just like
well,
thinking about that in like the real life use of bolas is like the rope with the two balls on the end that would be shot at someone's legs to like trip them up, and they fall down and they can't get back up. And just watching that be launched at someone's head and imagining like the rope hitting and the ball spinning around going smacking them and then falling over. I'm like, that is an interesting weapon to have in a game like that, and using it that way. I did not expect it as I saw it happening. There was a lot of action, and I'm like, this does not look like the walking simulator that I've seen the first game be.
yeah. The first game definitely had more. I mean, I didn't mind that either. Like, I liked the first game. I liked just like the hiking around aspect of it. But the second game, I feel like it feels like they packed a lot more fun into it. And that's always a plus.
I saw this hilarious cutscene with, I don't know the main character, so I'm just gonna say Norman Reedus because
He is the main character.
I don't know his
yeah.
name. Okay, so I hope this isn't AI, but
Well, Sam
I just
Porter
remember this.
Bridges is his name in the game, but it is Norman Reedus. Sorry.
Okay, so Sam Porter, he's like talking to this chef, and then they get into like this debacle. I believe it was 2.
I haven't gotten to this cutscene yet, but I'm so excited to get to it. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay,
I know
so
what
then
you're
I guess I
talking
won't
about.
spoil it unless you do know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so like I don't know exactly what they were talking about because I don't know the context of the game, but they get into this fight. It's like it doesn't seem like a fight, but it also does because they're like chucking knives at each other, and he's got like the frying pan. He like blocks the knives, and it's like they're using kitchen equipment to like beat each other up. And then like the I don't know why, but it's like it reminds me of the delivery. It's like he's got to get the delivery done. Like he puts like I think he puts a pizza in the oven like in the middle of the fight, and they both stop the fight and just like watch. And I'm like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
Like I don't remember, but it was ridiculous. And I'm like, this game, is this a comedy? Like it was so funny. It was so funny.
Yeah, it's one of the parts of the game that other podcasters and reviewers couldn't like not spoil. Because it was just so random. Like this, and there's like a coffin surfboard also in a different section. But so what you get like after this fight scene with this chef is he gives you like a fake pizza dough weapon. It's like rubber pizza dough or something like that, and you can chuck it at people, and like they just get smacked and knocked out. And I just activated my. All right, there we go. Nope, that's still.
The camera's
All
like,
right,
wait,
there we
rubber
go.
fake pizza dough
Pizza
ball.
dough. Hey.
Yeah, I'm talking with my hands too much. So you get like this fake pizza dough that you can use as a weapon, and it's like a boomerang almost. You can just chuck it at people and knock
goodness.
them out with it. But when
That's
you're
hilarious.
carrying it around, like you'll like spin it, like he's spinning pizza dough and stuff. Like it's great. So it's like the game is definitely doesn't take itself too seriously. It's very funny, but at the same time, like we'll try to like blindside you with some like actual philosophy every once in a while too. So it's cool. It's just a cool game. But
Well, all
It's the
right.
meaning of life. A fake pizza dough slice.
Yeah. It's good stuff. I think I don't really have much else to say about it. I mean, they still packed in all of like the they have an actual soundtrack with like, artists who've contributed to, songs in the game, and there's a lot of actors involved where they, did mocap and stuff like that. So you're kind of like always seeing some famous person whenever you go to like a prepper site, and it's good stuff. It's a lot of fun.
Maybe one day I'll jump on that because I do like Hideo Kojima games.
It's really
So
good
maybe
for
one day I'll
streaming too, because
hop
when
on
you're
it.
just like driving a truck from place to place, like you can just read chat. Like it's pretty easy to play and talk at the same time.
Nice.
I would recommend
Well, I
it
guess
if you
I'll
want to play it. I like if you want to play, I would say don't even worry about the first one. Just go straight to the second one.
Hmm.
They
Yeah,
have a
definitely keep that in
recap
mind.
built into the game. You can just play it if you want to hear the story of the first game, like in a
Actually
short time.
pretty legit. Like, don't buy this. Just buy 2. Watch the recap. Play the recap.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, I guess it's time to get to the top ones. We're gonna run
Oh,
the
yeah.
ones. with
Run
this
the
podcast
ones.
now. So my top 25 or my top game of 25.
Oh, top game of 2025. All right, cool.
Yeah, my top game of 25. So this game came out in 25 and was riddled with controversy, created like a ton of internet memes. A huge game, by the way, of 2025, and that would be none other than Monster Hunter Wilds.
Oh,
It's
okay.
my number 1 too.
Oh,
Oh no. You guys.
Unbelievable.
you should have went first. Well, anyway, so Monster Hunter Wilds. I mean, there's what can I say? Like the game comes out, they run a benchmark at the beginning of before it comes out. They run a benchmark beta that you can go in and test your current computer setup, and it like broke the internet community because
Okay.
people who have like it was sort of that transition from equipment in computer hardware from, hey, I have a good computer. I can run pretty much everything that is currently out on the market right now. And then people bought Monster Hunter Wilds and was like, oh, geez, my computer is not good. Because people were getting like 60 to 70 FPS on like Cyberpunk and like other like really beautiful games that require a lot of hardware on like high and ultra, and then they popped in Monster Hunter Wilds, and that same like 60 to 70 on ultra dropped down to like 25 30
Yo, you want 15 to 20 though?
And so I know the game was not, it had not a good launch. They a terrible launch. It probably still has a lot of negative reviews based on that because people just haven't gone back, but
Yeah.
they did correct it. They did correct it very, very quickly. They made a lot of HDR packs and made a lot of compatibility, and there was a lot of fixes that were put in. Probably took them about 5 or so months to
also
to
just
fully.
It had a lot of just optimization problems. Is one of
Yeah.
the big things they kind of did as a mistake is they used the Resident Evil engine. It's called the RE engine, which is a beautiful engine, but it was designed for like corridors and small rooms to be very detailed and beautiful. And they said, let's take this engine designed for small enclosed spaces and make an open world where you can see hundreds of feet in front of you in every single direction possible. And that engine was not designed to be used for a game like that. And so it was trying to, like, for what a normal computer could run, the RE engine would be like, you know, maybe a decent sized ballroom in a Resident Evil game because it was made for Resident Evil games. And they
Alright.
turned that into something that like upped the scale by 10 times. So computers and like the game engine itself just could not handle what it was trying to do.
Right.
And
It
having
was
like
part of the problem.
Okay.
6 or so like beautifully made giant monsters during the middle of a on that map that you mentioned, in the middle of a lightning storm with a tornado and a dust storm and all these visual effects going on,
Yeah.
just broke the game.
Wow.
But yeah, I guess aside from optimization issues that we kind of went over, the game was amazing. For anyone who knows or doesn't know Monster Hunter, it's basically a game where you jump into a hunt. You're a hunter and you work for the guild organization
Sure.
that goes around protecting, and I'm going to say quote unquote protecting the ecosystem, because every time you get to an ecosystem, you're like, this monster shouldn't be here. Let's kill it before it ruins the ecosystem. And then effectively, like, you just kill this monster, and then like you look at another monster, you're like,
yeah.
hey, there's like like one more of these guys that should be in this area. There should only be 4. There's 5. Let's just kill this one right now. They're like, all right, let's kill it. You're authorized to hunt that. And so that's like largely how the game goes. You're just killing monsters because the guild's like, hey, this might be a threat to the ecosystem. I don't really know if we've done research, but we're gonna just have you. We're just gonna say, just go kill it. So anyway, the game.
Wow. All right.
I mean, there's a lot
It's-
more story that's like involved in that
It's-
across the series, but
It's
Sure,
even
yeah.
funnier when you're talking about like a giant predator and it attacks you like a giant predator would, and the guild's like, yeah, you could take that one out too. I mean, it's supposed to be here, and we're not supposed to be messing with the environment, but that one attacked us because that's what it does. It's a predator and it's huge and we're food, so you can hunt that one too. And it's, you do that constantly in
Yeah.
there too. Got to
Just
save the
ruin the
ecosystem, but
ecosystem.
that one attacked us. Take that one down. Like,
It sounds like the writers had like a rudimentary idea about like conservation law and like actual, hunting restrictions. Because like that is a thing. Like if there's an overpopulation of an animal, typically you're allowed to hunt that animal, or like the threat of an overpopulation or whatever. Like that's kind of how that goes in
Invasive
the
species
real
or
world. And then there's like categories for like pest animals or invasive species that are just like, yeah, kill on sight, whatever. Like we don't want them here. So do whatever to get rid of it. And then there's like, if you're attacked by a predator, like you can defend yourself. Like that is also a general rule of thumb in the wild. Like there are things you shouldn't be going after and hunting, but if you're going after something else and you get attacked, it kind of is what it is.
yeah,
So,
yeah, they definitely built off
the
of
Monster
that.
Hunter guys, they always have a way to get away, though, is the thing. They always have these really fast animals they can ride and get away very easily. Unlike in our world, where if you're like out in a forest and a bear attacks you, like you can't just hop on your magical super fast animal and ride away faster than the bear. Like you're kind of in a situation where you have to do something. The Monster Hunter guys very often have the choice of just mounting up and getting out, but instead they're like, nah, we're gonna hunt it.
Yeah, but also like
yeah.
taking like effect into the Monster Hunter universe, like these guys can effectively just pick up a like 200-pound great sword made out of the bones of the enemies, the monsters that it's killing, and then they can just go eat a entire feast platter of what should be a meal for about 26 people by themselves, and then just go, all right, let's burn it off, and then they go kill a giant T-Rex, because that's just what these guys do. And another great thing about the story, so in Monster Hunter Wilds, which is what there's just so many memes. One of the greatest memes is this kid named Nata, which the story revolves around. The whole story revolves around a kid named Nata.
Okay.
And long story short, I'm not going to go through the whole story, but he ends up wanting revenge. So he's basically Sasuke through most of the story. And then when you get to the very end of the game, he sort of has this like revelation where he's like, I don't want to kill anything. I just want to be like a good guy. And I want all these monsters to be my friends. And, I kind of feel for Arkveld, which is the main monster in the story. And he's like, I kind of feel for this monster. Meanwhile, when he's saying this monster is ripping the life force out of another monster. Just pure chaos, like has no remorse. He's like, I think he's just like, he has feelings and he's sad, and like I understand him now, and he's like going all like emotional and like empath, and I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, this dude's ripping the life force. And I'm not talking about like he needs to eat. The monster that's doing this doesn't even eat, doesn't need food, doesn't need sustenance. It's just living off of energy, and it's just ripping the energy out of these monsters, just murdering.
Berserk.
And he's like, I don't want to kill it. And then your hunter's like, bro, we gotta do it. Like, we gotta do it. And then he's like, no, I don't want to. And he starts screaming. You're like, no, we're doing this. Like, it's gotta happen. Like, if there's a monster that the guild authorizes us to hunt, it should be this one. This is the only one that we should have done this whole game, and we gotta do it. And the kid's just like, no. And yeah. So it's like a meme. He's become a meme essentially. And he had so much backlash. And there's an article on it that the devs posted, but he had so much backlash in the community that they actually changed they were gonna include him, I think, in more story, and they actually relayed his entire role after the story to just as like errand boy. He sits at your camp. He does absolutely nothing but take orders from like other camps. So like other camps can like send you goods, and you can just accept those goods as like a trading service. And that's all he does because there was so much backlash. That's what they relished him to, is just sitting in camp doing nothing, not talking, not doing anything, because he's hated so much, and it's just funny.
Wow.
He
All
just
right.
plays Death Stranding within the game, and you don't get to see it. He's just running from camp to camp, picking items up for you, and coming back.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But-
no, it
wow.
was very funny because Arkveld is the definition of an invasive species. Like
Yeah.
in our world, imagine if there was like a massive lion that was like 10 times the size of a normal lion, and it went around to like every continent constantly and just was like destroying everything as much as it
Right.
could, just ripping everything to pieces. It was a menace.
It's like a
Yeah.
snakehead, basically. Like one of those fish that like eats the entire pond and then runs across land to another pond to start eating the other fish. Like get rid of it when you get the chance. Yeah.
Yeah.
But on the largest of scales.
We got SG14 in
Yep.
the chat, by the way. If anyone wants to shout
Oh,
out.
Oh man.
How you doing, man? All right. So Cam, you got a number one?
I did.
Did have a number one.
I don't feel like any of the other games on my list deserves the place of number one. So
Okay.
I'm actually gonna talk about that was bad game that became good game, because I have been playing that good game a lot recently in 2026. So I guess I just won't mention that during the next one. But this game is Moonlighter 2. Which is another roguelike. I do like my roguelikes. So when Moonlighter 2 originally launched, it started with a demo. And the demo had horrible optimization issues.
Okay.
And me and Anthony both loved Moonlighter 1. Like, I think I beat it 2 or 3 times. And it's just a game that you can just go back to. It's fun. The combat is so much fun. So when I played the second game and I was getting constant stutters, the game was very unstable in a lot of ways. I was very disappointed in how it ended up. It had terrible reviews at launch. There was bad optimization for the whole game in general. And then Anthony also played the demo farther than I did, and he said that how it wasn't like originally, the shop system was kind of bunk, where they kind of messed with the entire way that the shop works, and how in Moonlighter you go to a dungeon, you get items, you come back to your shop, and you put the items you get from the dungeon out for sale, and people walk into your shop and they go, "Oh, that's a good price you put that up for," or they look at it and they go, "Ooh, that's cheap," and they go and buy it right away, or they look at it and they go, "Oh wow, you way too high," and they walk out all mad and stuff. So you kind of gotta just work with the prices and find out what
Sure,
everything
yeah.
is worth to make the most efficient amount of money while keeping the customers happy, but also not like losing out on potential profits and stuff, and then use that
Sure.
profit to do upgrades and stuff. And
Wow.
so both me and Anthony were very disappointed because we were both like really looking forward to Moonlight 2 last year.
Yeah.
And then I actually came back to it. I don't remember why, if it was a video I saw on YouTube or something, but it came back into my spotlight, and I ended up buying it, and all the optimization issues were fixed. The game runs beautifully now. The combat is just like a straight evolution of the first game. They corrected the shop system, and it was more like the first game, but with some additives. So it was just like an improvement upon, like you want to see from a good sequel. And it turned into a really great experience that I could recommend just as much as I would recommend the first game.
All right. I mean, you guys did recommend this game to me probably in 2025, and I bought it. I have it on my Switch, and I've yet to actually boot it up, to be honest. But I'm glad I
You would
have
like
it as an option. It's just, there's been other games
one
and
of
other
those,
life
like-
events happening. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And the
It's one of
dungeons
those
are
like you
pretty
can
quick,
drop
too.
in like 15 minutes, you can go in for 15 minutes, do like a quick dungeon, come back, put your items in the shop, and get off. You know, it's like one of those games that you just hit really quick and then go back. Like you can play however long you like, and there's no high stakes, or you don't have to be developed in it for a long time.
Sure.
Just fun.
There's always the option to leave a dungeon whenever you want with an item you always have on you. So if you get into a tough spot, you can leave. Or if real life starts calling and you're like, I don't even want to pause this and leave it here. I need to go. You can just dip out of the dungeon early. You keep your items. You can still sell them and make money. Although obviously you won't have as much as you would if you kept playing. But it's like it lets you play as much as you want. Even if you go through the whole thing, you're only looking at 15 to 20 minutes per dungeon. And that's if you do pretty much every single room.
Yeah.
Moonlighter 2 currently is still not 100% done. I'd say it's probably around 60 to 70% completion, but they're still releasing content for it in, I believe, early access for the second game.
Gotcha. All right. Good deal. So that's like a kind of a shoe-in, not a number 1 game, but maybe like a number 4 or 5 game, based on the fact that all your top 3 got stolen.
Not all of them. I got Windblown
You
in
got
there.
one of them. Yeah.
I got one.
Hey, we just played the same games. Welcome.
We do play the same game.
I'm worried
It's
about
true.
this year. I'm worried about this year.
Speaking of playing the same games, though,
Uh-oh.
this game hit me like a truck in 2025, and I can't believe none of y'all mentioned it. Stardew Valley was like the game. I know maybe more for me than for you guys, because I had like a 3-year game going solo mode, and then we started up a multiplayer game, and we got that one going like on our 2nd year. I think like we went pretty far.
Yeah.
On that Four Corners farm. But yeah, Stardew Valley, man, I sunk so much time into Stardew Valley in 2025, and it was my first like year actually playing it. Like I had never played it prior, so I think I started early in the year, got myself a physical copy on the Switch. Soon after, it was like one of the monthly games on PS Plus, so I got it for free on PlayStation. And I think I bought it on Steam as well, just because I wanted the multiplayer aspect of it. And now like the Switch does multiplayer, but it's, it's on Switch, so it's, a little less clean when it comes to online services and things like that. But yeah, this game, crazy. I feel like I don't even explain what it is. Like, you're a dude who inherits his grandfather's farm, and then it's farming sim, dungeon sim, fishing sim. Like it's just a bunch of, you go and you live a fantasy life out in the middle of nowhere with your free
Got
farm.
that valley life.
And it is so much fun. And it's just, there's dopamine hiding around every corner. Everywhere you go, there's something fun happening. And so I know that, it kind of falls into one of those trap games where you feel like you want to do everything as efficiently as possible, and you want to get as much done as like can possibly be done in a day. And so instead of just like relaxing and having fun, suddenly you're like the psycho farmer kid who just can't take a break. But that just, either way you play it, it's just a lot of fun. That game's got the juice for sure.
It does.
It's pretty timeless. Like it's been around forever, but it's so good even today.
It's actually on my multiplayer top mentions for this, like my honorable mentions.
Oh,
I had it on here because I was like, I had to include it. It was so much fun.
Good deal.
We had a blast last year doing that.
I mean, we can move into honorable mentions if you want. I got some listed up here.
Okay. I got some honorable mentions here.
Do that.
So we got Stardew Valley, one of my honorable mentions.
Sure.
We got Fantasy Life. Cam already went over that one. One that surprised. Oh, I have Satisfactory 1.0 listed on here because I did play that in 2025, and that game came out a while ago. But that game is just one of the best games ever made. So, just gonna, if you guys like building and you like factories, you like math, or you like just exploring alien planets and you don't like math, you can do whatever you want in Stardew Valley. I mean,
And you don't like
Stardew Valley. I
math.
mean, Satisfactory. You don't need to do the math. There's actually a calculator built in the game if you want to just use that, but it's a
There
fun
is?
game. Yeah, there is. It's a new thing they added. You can just like
Oh.
add a calculator now and do the math that way. But
Man,
and then
you
Grounded.
need like an Excel spreadsheet for that.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
And then Grounded 2 came out, which was it. So I played Grounded. I think Cameron and Matt and I played Grounded, and it was really good. They had a really good like map, and it was just a fun game. Like it was like Honey I Shrunk the Kids, but it's a game. And then
Yeah.
Grounded 2 came out, and it was a little bit of a letdown at launch, just because there was like multiplayer issues and blah blah blah. But eventually, they came out with a map maker,
Okay.
which was released very recently, I think in 2025, like November, December. And the game is just amazing now. You can literally make any type of story or like game mode that you want in Grounded 2. And there's like a whole map maker thing. So that was really good.
Wow.
But the honorable mention, I think, that caught me off guard in 2025 was a game called Dredge. And I know Cameron just started playing
Oh.
Dredge,
I've heard about Dredge.
but that game is amazing. Like I didn't know what I was expecting when I launched into Dredge. It's just like the story is good. It's dark. It almost reminds me of playing Don't Starve in a way because there's like sanity meters. It is a roguelike, and so the roguelike aspect of it is you're a boat guy, you're a fisherman, you're like a charter fisherman, I think. Your boat crashes into this weird archipelago of islands. You have no clue where you are, and then the mayor's like, "Hey, I got a boat for you, but you're gonna have to pay back your debt." And then you pay back your debt, and then you realize there's like a lot more. Yeah, you T-Nook it like real quick, like 20, 40 minutes, like you're done. You pay off your debt with this boat. And then you realize there's like more to the story and more to this world that you're in.
Sure, yeah.
There's like chaos fish, these huge leviathans that are swimming around. Like it's not just your normal like Atlantic Ocean out here. It's like crazy. And I remember one time I went really insane. Like I was trying to get to this oil rig that's like way out in the middle of nowhere. I was coming from this like other side of the map. And I went like fully insane. I was insane for like probably 5 minutes, like the highest level you can get. And then this giant like worm leviathan that was probably like 1,500 meters long because like it was huge. Like if I had to like estimate the size of this thing, like imagine if like a skyscraper was just swimming at you. Like in New York City, just a whole skyscraper in the water. Like it was crazy, and it just ate my boat.
One of the worms on Arrakis. I got you.
Yeah. So yeah, the game's fun. I mean, the fishing system is fun. Like it's always different for like every class of fish that you do, and then there's like cursed fish, and there's like different kinds of like fishing that you can do. You can get different poles and a bunch of other stuff, and upgrade your boat, and it's just really fun. Like it honestly shocked me at how fun it was, and it's one of those games too that you can just pick up and play.
I heard they did a crossover with Dave the Diver, which is kind of like a Moonlighter style. Like you go diving into the ocean, catch some fish, and then you like sell them at your sushi shop at night. And so they did like a Dredge crossover where you could like dive for the cursed fish and stuff like that.
Oh,
like cursed sushi.
I didn't know about that.
I'm not really sure how it all played out.
Cursed sushi. Oh no.
Oh no.
That's another game that I like is on my wish list, like that Dave the Diver, because it just seems super chill and fun, but haven't sprung for that yet either. Is that your whole list, or you got more on there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Dredge was like my top honorable mention, and Stardew Valley. You went over that.
I did. That's good. Real quick before we go to the next, Tom chimed in with a couple of games he's played. Just figured I'd shout him out. He said Metroid Prime 4 was one of the few new games he played last year. That and Battlefield 6. Hadn't played either of those. So I can't speak to either though. Have either of you guys played Battlefield 6? I know you didn't play Metroid Prime 4, but
I played Battlefield 6. I played when it first launched with Babiars, and I think it was Spatula. And
Okay.
it was fun. It was good. I just realized like whatever talent I had at shooting games back in the day has long since expired.
Yeah, man.
And
Yeah, man.
I can't
I wasn't even
be
talented to
competitive
begin
anymore.
with.
We're old
Like
men now, bro. We're unk status, my guy.
I had like
Oh, my
maybe like
goodness.
2 or 3 good matches like with a sniper where I pulled like positive like 25-6 ratio. And that was like it. Like mostly negative every time I played, and I just was like, I can't do this. It's not fun for me.
All right.
But if you enjoyed it, Tom, then I enjoy it. I actually want to play Metroid Prime 4, but I haven't seen anything on it, and I'd love to
Because they made
hear how you
I
like
think a
it.
Switch, like you can play it on the Switch and the Switch 2. I think that was one of
Yeah.
the games that
When
came out
did-
on
when
both
did it-
systems. It was
I
like
feel like that game came out at some point, and then I never heard another thing about it from anybody except that there was a really annoying character that followed you around in it everywhere.
no, that was kind of like the pre-release problem, like people who were reviewing the game because the test, like the demo of it specifically featured this like Rick Moranis type character who like kind of nerdy, just wanted to explain everything. Because it was like the tutorial of the game. But from what I understand, after his chapter's over, like he kind of becomes a background thing. You don't have to worry about him at all. So
Oh, okay.
what I heard though was that in the game, they have a overworld section. It's kind of like a Hyrule Field type deal, where you ride your motorcycle from section to section. And that while you're doing that, there's like crystals that you're supposed to smash into and collect. And it feels really optional until it's not. Like at some point, like 3/4 of the way through the game, suddenly you need to have collected a certain amount of these things. So if you hadn't been doing it, now you have to grind to continue the game. And that was like a huge roadblock that a lot of people ran into. It's kind of like the Triforce missions in Wind Waker. So yeah, if you do play that game, I guess the recommendation is just be collecting crystals from the beginning. Don't ignore those. But I have not played it. I didn't hear enough like good things about it. Like for people who loved Metroid Prime games in the past, like from what I understand, like it is a Metroid Prime game and to the point where like you will enjoy playing it, but it's not really all that groundbreaking when it comes to it.
That's sad.
Especially
I was
for how
expecting
long
more.
it was in development.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1 through 3 were just phenomenally unique
Mm-hmm.
games. I was expecting more from, the next one that was in development for so long.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts 3 all over again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, like I got a couple games on my list, I guess here, what we haven't talked about and stuff. So I got like a game called Rogue Genesia on my list,
Okay.
which came
Okay.
out last year. It's a fully single player game. Another roguelike. I've been playing like 80% or more of my games have been roguelikes. Just the replayability factor is great.
Yeah.
So it's like one of those Vampire Survivor like games, which if you don't know what that game is, it's like you're in a map and you're in the middle of it, and as you walk, the camera follows you. It's a top down, and you pick up items or weapons, and they kind of just go off at their own interval, and you don't have to really press any buttons. Your job is to walk around, avoid hitting the enemies, or also kind of like a Brotato style game. and the weapons you have just kind of go off, and you have to kind of get yourself in the right position to take advantage of what you have. So say you have like an AoE blast, you would play differently than if you had like a boomerang where you'd want to stay at range. Or if you had like a mid-range spear attack, you'd want to be a little farther away than if you had a close range slashing sword.
Sure.
And so they'll have their own intervals they go off. You fight enemies on a stage, you beat the stage when you beat enough enemies or collect enough experience crystals, and then you go on to the next one on this overworld map that's like a lot of roguelikes do, like how Slay the Spire does. And you find a boss as you keep going, and then you beat it eventually if you stay alive, which is actually kind of hard to do in Rogue Genesia. It's a pretty tough one, in my opinion.
Okay.
Then I got Pools on here. Pools is a backrooms game focusing on the pool rooms.
Sure.
Yeah. Which everybody might, back when I first got into the back rooms, anybody I tried to talk to about be like, oh, you mean like them rooms back there in the back? I'd be like, nah, it's like this whole thing. Like, I don't got 20 minutes to explain it to you. But now with the movie that just came out, I feel like a lot of people actually know what the back rooms are. So
Yeah.
the pool rooms is specifically rooms with pools and bathroom tiles everywhere that go from lighter areas to darker areas. And it's just a game where you wander around. It's liminal. It's got a lot of exploration. The whole thing is exploration. There's not actually any enemies that can even attack you. It's just the creepiness and interesting factor of walking through these nonsensically designed, but with that liminality of kind of feeling a little nostalgic, a little bit like I
Yeah.
recognize this, but I don't, because I know what bathroom tiles look like and what pools look like, and I've seen a lot of them, but this is not the way they are. So it's like this odd, it's just you try to find the exit in every level, and it's a fun game.
I feel like I would like those games, specifically ones without enemies, in a way. Like, I feel like the exploration aspect of it I would be into. Like even just the eerie atmosphere of it I would be into. It's like, it bothers me when you're playing a game, it's like, hey, we put this jump scare like enemy that just kind of follows you around, and you gotta now like run and panic and deal with that, and now the environment doesn't really matter because you're in danger, and it's like, I could leave that. but the ability just to kind of like search an area and kind of have the feeling like you're not alone, even if you are, you know what I mean? Like, I think that would be more interesting to me. But
yeah, and there's changes that happen in the environment too that kind of make it feel like there's something there. Like, even more so than just the feeling of walking around the back rooms where it's like you don't know what's around any corner, but there's actually like some things will just move when you turn around and look away.
Yeah.
So even more so it feels like there's actually something there. It's got a lot of good suspense in it for a game that has not a single threat to you whatsoever.
yeah, I have to ask, did you see the movie? Do you
No.
plan to? Maybe when it comes out.
I do
or
want to
something.
see it eventually. Yeah, I do want to see it eventually.
I was so
But I
happy for
didn't
you
go to
guys
the
when
theaters.
I saw that movie was coming out. I was like, oh snap. Like, here we go. It's a
Yeah.
badass movie.
I watched a interview with the developer on just how he made it, and like the different like elements that he put into the movie. And there's a lot of retrospective, like emotional, just empathic takes. There's a whole thing dynamic with the two characters in the movie. There's a girl and a guy, and there's a lot of like it's like an onion. There's like a lot of layers. Like, each character has like
All right.
repression and like regressive things, and there's things they're dealing with, and then there's deeper issues that they're have in the movie, and then the deeper issues kind of reflect in the back rooms, and it's like this whole like giant onion. So it's more than just the back rooms, and the way that he did it, like telling that story versus just making like a scary jump scary kind of backrooms movie. He made like a story retrospective, like makes you think, and I actually appreciate that. Like, I haven't seen it yet, but I watched the interview and I was like, I actually would want to see it now, because at first I was like, it's just gonna be like jump scares like a typical horror film, but it's actually not.
Yeah.
I would also be totally okay if they just did a Backrooms movie that was just like one massive found footage video.
Oh yeah.
But at the same time, I do, the story is something that if done right could add a totally different angle and so much more to something than that. Because there's kind of a limit to what you can get with just a found footage video, which
Yeah.
if you don't know what that is, that's just like the made up kind of idea that somebody fell into the back rooms, they have a camera, and then that camera, after, something bad happened to that person, popped back into reality and someone found it and it's lost footage because they don't know where the person went, how this even got here, and it's just, ooh, it's scary because it's here now kind of thing.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
I have one more game on my honorable mentions.
All right.
And that is a Monster Tamer RPG called Disc Creatures.
Okay.
I don't know when this game came out. It is a Game Boy graphic style, so think like Game Boy Color-ish graphics with its own uniquely designed monsters, definitely like aiming after like a Pokemon type game. And it's a lot of fun. I can't really think of anything it does like super different or that jumps out at me, but it was just a fun experience while I was playing it. Like the battles aren't insanely challenging, but they're also not the easiest thing. There's a lot of different guys you can catch and evolve and stuff. It has a good map and good story progression. It is a very interesting story, which I don't want to spoil for anybody that might want to get into it. But yeah, so I would throw that up there. If you like Monster Tamer games, you're a fan of Pokemon or like Digimon, just RPGs where you catch guys and use them to fight guys that have other guys, the guys.
Oh yeah. Gotcha games.
Yeah, you play some Disc Creatures. You like Disc Creatures. Good game.
All right. Good stuff. So I looked back at like all of my streams from 2025 to try to make this list, and I didn't actually play that many games. So I have like 8 mentions here that I could do, but some of them I'm not going to really explain what the game is because they're just like events that happened. So I think I can run through this list pretty quick, honestly, and just kind of share like what I liked or what happened that I thought was cool. Because some of these games we've actually talked about before. Like one of them was Balatro. If you want to know about Balatro, go listen to Best Plays of 2024. But I got my first win on like January 1st of 2025. So, there was that. It was like the one time I streamed the game, so that was fun. I beat Elden Ring in 2025. Like not the regular base game, but the DLC. Like I actually went and fought Radahn with Marika or whatever. Did that whole deal. That was fun. Yeah, Marika. It's a thing. One of these is a Zelda game, so I'm not allowed to mention it. Moving on. I started a game of Let's Go Pikachu. That was interesting because I didn't realize how much it was like a remake of Yellow. Got to like Viridian City and kind of fell off. Like stopped playing at that point. But very fun game, like very nostalgic. Caught a Bulbasaur in Viridian Forest and was like, all right, like I think I like this game. So
I think I saw you do that on stream, actually.
Yeah, like it was cool. Like definitely like that game. I might go back to it just to try to finish it. My real hope is that they'll like re-release a gold and silver version someday.
Oh,
like that's I'm holding out for that. But
that would be amazing.
Yeah, so finishing Yellow's not really like on the top of my to-do list. So Let's Go Pikachu is kind of on the back burner. But it was better than I thought it was gonna be. It works on a really weird system where you get experience just by catching Pokemon, like Pokemon Go style. And I don't love that. Like I don't love that they took out the like everything you run into you have to battle in some way. But what I will say is it makes the game a lot faster. And I'll say it makes it a lot better for streaming because it's faster. Like you can just kind of cruise through the story beats and just catch a bunch of stuff to get to the next city instead of having to like, choose your move every 2 seconds. But So there's pros and cons. Like personally,
Took out held items too.
I enjoyed the actual like gameplay and format of the old like fight everything style, but from a streamer perspective, I appreciate that they came up with like a shortcut way of doing it where it just takes a lot less time. So that was on the list. A multiplayer shout out to Played Up. That one was a lot of fun. Doing, you know, making a burger joint with the podcast here, cast of the podcast, I should say. That was, you know, that was a highlight of my gaming in 2025. Another weird one that I didn't even finish, but Cam and I were playing around the same time was Resident Evil 4 remake. I found that for like $20 at Walmart. And I was like, absolutely, let's do this for October. Got into the castle in October. I'm like, I don't know, 2 or 3 levels into the castle, and then October ended, and I didn't want to play a scary game anymore, so I stopped.
Gotta save it for this October.
I know, this October we're going back to the castle with no warm up. Just gonna try to be good at Resident Evil 4 again. Yeah. And then the last 2 here. One that I think was actually a lot of fun, but just didn't make my top 3, just barely, was Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. That game was legit. Like the multiversal aspect of it was kind of cool. The warping aspect where like you would see kind of like a split in the universe, and you could just kind of like target it and end up teleporting to a different zone. Was really cool, and it basically highlighted the PS5's capabilities, because it was just like everything on the screen would get refreshed like immediately with no like space in between. You were just kind of level hopping in real time. It was really cool. It was kind of jarring at times, but at the same time, like, it was a very fun system. And it's a Ratchet and Clank game, so you know you're going to get weapons that are funny and fun to use. It's basically like an arena shooter at times, and that's great. There's literally an arena in the game that you can, like, you know, spam your way through if you want, just for the extra currency and, you know, items and stuff. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with that one. So I think I started it in 2024 and then finished it in 2025. It was in my backlog for a long time. Like, I started it, finished like the first world, and then dropped the game for over a year, and then jumped back into it and finished it out. And it was had a really good time with it. And then lastly, this is probably going to end up on my best plays of 2026, you know, in 6 months from now. It's Kirby Air Riders. I got the Switch 2 in 2026, or sorry, in 2025. I think it came out like June or July or something like that. I don't remember what month it came out. And I have not gotten many games for it. I got it with Mario Kart Worlds, and that wasn't what I was hoping it would be. It was more Mario Kart, like it was open world Mario Kart. It was everything it advertised as. It just wasn't as fun as I expected it to be, and because there wasn't like a huge player base, like not everybody was getting a Switch 2, so a lot of the people that I would race against when we would play Mario Kart 8 Deluxe weren't available to play Mario Kart Worlds. So like that game kind of fell flat for me. But this game was like the next true Switch 2 game that I had gotten, and it is fantastic. It is everything nostalgic about Kirby Air Riders in the first place, like from the first Kirby Air Ride game, but revamped and turned up and made better. There's actually like a road trip mode that's like a kind of like the old Smash Brothers Melee like classic mode, where you kind of go stage by stage and you can like choose paths every once in a while and get different items, different rewards. So there is that rogue element to it. But it's it's like just like a single player cruise mode, which is a lot of fun. I'm in the middle of one right now. But I got that game for Christmas and I only played it like once or twice before the year ran out. So I didn't feel right putting it on my best plays of 2025. I intend to play more of it this year, and I think that it'll have a more deserving spot in 2027 as one of my best plays. So
Yeah, I'd definitely be down to watch your stream on that because, man, Kirby Air Riders was one of those GameCube games that I just spent an unrighteous amount of hours just playing city trials and doing races and trying to like 100% that game because it was so much fun. The game was a blast.
People
so if they turned everything up,
online
like
on Kirby Air Riders are brutal. Like they are insane. Like you be about to like be at the finish of a city trial, and in the last 10 seconds, people go crazy trying to murder each other. Because if they can like knock you, if they can destroy your air rider, but right before the timer ends and you don't have time to get a new air rider, you go in with like the default junk air rider and they just like ruin you. So like the last 10 seconds, your goal is to just like get away from everybody. Unless you're one of the attackers. Like if you have a beefy vehicle, like you can go on the offensive. But if you're in a like a, you know, a wing star or whatever, like you just want to get up in the air and leave everybody alone for those last 10 seconds. Like just get to safety, man. Because you'll get torn apart. But the new events that they've added to it, like Button Rush and the Food Rush and stuff like that, those are like a ton of fun. A lot of like the returning things are exactly what you want them to be. So it's good. It's a good game. Yeah.
It's good to hear.
So, what do you guys say that we pop one extra little thingy onto the end of this? No exposition whatsoever. We each just come out and say one game that we're really looking forward to that we either know is coming out this year or that we're hoping is going to be announced to be coming out this year. Just any single game.
Just
and
one.
Then if it does, yeah, just one. What's like that game that right now to you, if it came out, you'd be like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And that is either scheduled as like coming soon and you're hoping they announce it for this year, or that has already been confirmed to be releasing this year.
I was gonna say, like, Summer Games Fest just happened. So like the PlayStation State of Play, the Xbox presentation, I don't know what they call that one, and the Nintendo Direct that like went over games for the end of the year all just kind of happened. And I already know what game I'm looking forward to most in this moment. I feel like today. I know what game you're looking forward to. Yeah, like it's not a surprise. But the the Ocarina of Time remake is like guaranteed purchase. Like I'm pre-ordering that joint as soon as I can.
Bob's already mailed Nintendo his credit card. He goes, just charge it now, please.
Yeah. That's gonna be what I'm looking forward to for the rest of this year.
Nice.
If you're asking me for the most excited thing, I am. That's it. So I don't know what you guys are into right now, but I'm sitting over here with the Switch 2, just waiting for the best game.
Hey, my man knows. So I was just like, because I actually didn't have a game in mind when I thought of that would be a cool thing to do right at the end of this. So looking at my wish list and just thinking about it, there's a game that I'm going to try to manifest into coming out this year by saying this right now. Mayo will know, and he'll probably
I know what this is.
And shake his head and be like, it's not happening. But Kindred Fates.
Kindred Fates?
No, that ain't happening.
Kindred Fates.
What you called Mayo's
I'm manifesting
reaction.
it into the release of it this year because I think both me and Mayo have had that on Kickstarter for somewhere around 8 years now that
Mhm.
it's been in development. It should probably be getting to the point where it's pretty close to coming out soon, I think. And this is me trying to will that into existence. Let's get some Kindred Fates out here.
Action combat open world monster battling RPG with permadeath. Oh gosh, all right. I mean, it just from the little clips I can see, it looks pretty decent. Wow,
Yeah.
never even heard of
Yeah,
that.
we both jumped at it. So this is the funny thing. I'm going to top onto that as well, because we both like this is what we've been dreaming of, and this Kickstarter came out around the time that Pokemon Sword and Shield either was releasing or released, and we were like very disappointed in
Sure,
Sword
yeah.
and Shield. And so I think in that disappointment, we saw Kindred Fates, and we were like, this is what we
the
want.
proper
Oh, yeah,
evolution
yeah.
of Pokemon.
And now there's a game that is going to be coming out. I think it's in 2028 that Cameron and I both. This isn't the one I was going to talk about, but I
2028.
guess I'm just getting into the
Okay.
topic now because you shared Kindred Fates. But Temtem came out, with their first release game and about 4 or 5 years ago, and it was an amazing game. And they're now making an open world version of Temtem that's like Kindred Fates, where you can control the Temtem like as a arena battler almost aspect of creature battling, and it just looks like a really good game.
Nice.
So I'm excited for that. But the actual game that I wanted to talk about, I think I brought up last year.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure I brought up last year in the same vein. And it's Kingmakers.
Okay. Yep. All right.
Which
Is
is
that the time travel one?
yes. So you
Go back
you
in
go
time
you're
with
in the
machine
future.
guns, shoot some
Yeah.
knights.
You're like in this futuristic society that you go back in time to change the course of history, and you have like it's like this like fully like thousands of soldiers against thousands of soldiers, and you come back in time with like laser rifles and machine guns and just gun like these medieval knights down, and it's like this each knight, and I want to say this, like each knight has their own AI.
Sounds
So
so
like they're
mean.
fully I know, right? And like it's like it's crazy because like each character in
Wow.
that 1000 like run, it's like almost a simulation. Each one has their own AI, their own like course that they could do and charge, and
Yeah.
and it just seems really fun, and it's co-op. So this seems like a game that like would have been fun if it came out like 15 years ago. We would have spent like a million hours on it back in the day, and I'm just so pumped for this game to come
Yeah.
out. And it's been like in the coming soon status forever, and there's like been no like definite it's gonna happen. So I'm just
Gotcha.
really hoping. Really hoping.
Terminator.
I want it to happen.
We got some comments here that I thought we might want to just check out real quick. Tom said that he enjoyed watching Cam stream Digimon, just as a side note. He said that the game that he's looking forward to most is Persona 6. He's hoping that comes out this year. He's also looking forward to Kingdom Hearts 4, but he thinks that's not going to be till 2027.
I know Tom's playing
Yeah.
Persona 4 right now. Or was it 3? No, I think
I
you
don't
said
know.
4.
I haven't gotten into any of the Persona games yet, and I feel like it's an inevitability. Like at some point, I'm gonna try out one of these games because there's so many of them. I feel the same way about Final Fantasy.
Tensei?
No,
Oh.
Final Fantasy. Maybe the Like a Dragon series. I feel this way about a little bit. Like eventually, I'm going to try one of these games. But I just haven't been sold those games enough yet where I'm like, okay, like I really need to try this. But I keep hearing about them and how good they are in general. So it's like, well, it seems like there's a really good series I'm missing out on somewhere. So You know.
Persona is actually a branch of Shin Megami Tensei.
Okay.
Is a monster collector, except they're spirits / demons that you're collecting. And Persona took that and the story that was around that, which was more difficult combat, like you have to take advantage of. If you're fighting a water guy, you got to hit him with electricity, otherwise you're probably going to lose. Levels of you have to use advantages and really go in knowing what you're going to be dealing with. And they kind of made that a little more friendly. They kept the same characters, actually. A lot of the same characters from Shin Megami Tensei are what you use in Persona, but it's a little bit easier and more friendly of a game with more lighthearted stories and stuff. Because a lot of the Shin Megami Tensei stuff was pretty dark.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, those go back pretty far. And they had one on the Switch. Shin Megami Tensei 5 was out on Switch, I think, after Persona 5. Persona actually started as being called Shin Megami Tensei Persona, like the first one or two of them. Then they took that part out and just called it Persona.
Right.
Nice.
Cool. I didn't know all that.
Me neither.
I don't know what Shin Megami Tensei stands for, though. If you're expecting an explanation of those Japanese words, I don't know.
No, I'm good. I'm looking for, because later this year there's like a Kingdom Hearts 1 through 3 collection coming out, and I was thinking I'd probably jump on that more for 1 and 2 than for 3, because I haven't heard great things about 3. But they have like the 1.5 and 2.5 remixes as well, like as a collection. So maybe I'll just go for that. I really don't know the differences between all the different Kingdom Hearts games, because there's so many of them now, and they're releasing like a bunch of different groups.
We have like 8 hours to tell you the story.
Yeah, it's not convoluted
I
at
don't
all.
want the whole story. I saw the Donkey video about it, and you know, I'm not, I'm not trying
It's
to
a
get that
meme
from
in and
you.
of itself.
So I never played 3, so I could be wrong about this, but I heard that it wasn't necessarily the story in the Disney stories, if you like Disney, that was bad about 3. It was mostly that the gameplay was like lacking from a game that was in development for so long. Like people were expecting like this crazy gameplay scenes, and it was met with like a lot of people didn't like the ship parts and stuff like that.
Yeah, the Disney attraction ship parts were kind of shoehorned in. The game never explained why they were there, but it also gave you the option to turn them off and get your other specials more often. So I think that came out afterwards, so that kind of fixed that problem. The stories with the actual Disney worlds themselves weren't bad, except for Frozen. That one felt dissected for some reason. Like they had something, and then Disney kind of came in and went, no, we don't want that story. So they had to throw something together with what they had really quick in like a couple months at the very end or something, because that one just felt very bad. The rest of them were pretty decent. The biggest problem was the pacing of the story and like the actual Kingdom Hearts story itself between the characters of specifically Kingdom Hearts, and how there was like almost none of that. There was a little in the beginning, then nothing, and then a chunk in the middle, and then nothing, and then 80% of it condensed into the last like 3 hours of gameplay. It was if you think One Piece has bad pacing, play Kingdom Hearts 3 and you will love One Piece because it's amazing pacing. It was the worst story pacing you could ever imagine. That was a very disappointing part. Like, Kingdom Hearts is always very good at drip dropping the actual like overarching story into the game as it progresses. I mean, honestly, as most stories do.
Yeah.
The third one felt like they just could not figure out how to do that. So they're like chunk, massive chunk.
All right.
The gameplay, honestly, though, I really like the gameplay. A lot of people also complain about the floaty nature of it, but that was kind of like that in 2. It's just a little worse. You can basically play the game without ever touching the ground. It's so floaty, which a lot of people don't like. Honestly, I just got used to it.
Yeah.
I think the combat is pretty
I feel like that'd
easy.
be fun.
I'm not gonna lie.
It can
There
be.
was a
You get used to it.
There was in one of these games that is coming out from the Games Fest. I don't remember which one it was now. I don't know if it was Phantom Blade or something along those lines. It was an action adventure game. And I watched in this preview, it might have even been the new God of War game that's coming out.
Oh,
looks really good, but at some
With
point
the-
in the like gameplay reveal trailer that they did, in one of the fights, an enemy gets hit up into the air, and then like they jump up, do a combo, hit them across through the air, and then like zoom over to them and keep hitting them, and then smashing them down to the ground. And I just had a feeling of like, this looks way too cheesy now. Like, I just don't know, like that floatiness of it. I was like, it kind of just took me out of the realism, and like the idea of what I was watching just kind of shattered a little bit. And so I kind of get it why people would be like, hey, the floatiness, like having entire battles where you're just like going around in the air when you're not typically a flying character otherwise, just seems a little odd. But
I think it works.
I do think it's a little nitpicky too. Like, I wouldn't reject a game outright for that.
And Sora also literally does fly in the second game with one of his transformations, so he's not totally like a completely grounded character all the time. There are times where Sora legitimately flies, even by his own strength, and then also Peter Pan world. But
Right, I was gonna
Yeah.
say the pixie dust is like a whole thing.
and glide mechanic has been around from the first game, where when it's fully upgraded, you can almost lose no height, so it's essentially flying. You just can't gain height while you're doing it. So flying has kind of always been a thing in Kingdom Hearts. It's just people don't want it to be, I jump in the air, I do full combo, then I woo over to this guy and full combo, and woo over to this guy and full combo without ever touching the ground. And 3 is the worst offender for that. But I just take it as what it is. Would I wish it was a little more grounded? Yeah, I think that would be better, but I also enjoyed what it was.
Yeah.
I think it makes it a little bit easier as well with Kingdom Hearts 3's animation, or just Kingdom Hearts in general, their animation style. Like floating in the air in a cartoon animation is a lot easier on the eyes than floating in the air in like a realistic cinematic God of War landscape where that's not supposed to be a thing.
Yeah.
Like Nathan Drake from Uncharted is just like, I'm gonna cross this gap by flying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or like doing crazy kick combos and like floating in the air.
So, yeah. I would like to get back into playing Kingdom Hearts again. I remember I beat the first one, and I was playing like this was like like I want to say 2010, 2011 maybe, because I beat the first one over at like an ex's house, right? Like, it wasn't my ex at the time. Like, I was in a relationship, and I played the game like at their place. Like, they had it, I didn't have it. Played it there. Got the second one as like a Valentine's Day gift, and only got like to play it once or twice before never having another opportunity to play it again. So
Oh no.
yeah, 2 I did not get very far into. So I would like a chance to get back to all that and play Kingdom Hearts for real. But I was, beating the first one was definitely an experience, because even that one I was kind of late to the party. Like, it was a game that had been out forever by that time. And I remember finally sitting down to play through it and having a pretty good time with it, even though it was a little bit, even for like 2011, like kind of felt dated already. Definitely felt like a lot of the Disney stuff was like, this is actually like, this is it. This is the value, is that it exists. Like, not so much that the level design is great or that the story is like super well tuned. It's more like, no, you get to just have Tarzan on your team, and that's special enough. Be happy with that. It's like, okay, I guess.
At least its own introduced characters are good, though. Like, Sora's a good character, Riku's a good character.
Yeah,
It has that going for it.
it does.
And during 1, at least the story is not too convoluted yet.
No,
You can kind of keep up with what's
it's
going
too
on.
simple to be convoluted at that point. It's like, Riku's missing. All right, cool. Or like, everybody was missing, right? Like, they all came off the island, and they're just like, we're trying to find each other again.
Yeah, they all got thrown off in their own ways. Riku goes down the dark path, and then he's like, "Why aren't you looking for Kairi?" And Sora's like, "I am looking, but you're hanging out with Donald and Goofy." Like, but I haven't found her yet. They're here helping. Well, I'm mad anyways. Like, bruh. Yeah. Riku was like a little Sasuke back in the first game.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That was his archetype for sure. SG says he wants to play all the Kingdom Hearts games on the Switch, and he's excited because he loves the Kingdom Hearts characters as well. It's fair.
Hey.
But good stuff. Is there anything else that we want to bring up for this year or other future goals and gaming endeavors? Because I think we did it. I think we did the episode already.
I don't know. There's a new Peppa Pig game I'm looking at. You know,
You too?
Hello Kitty
Yeah.
Island Adventures, though. It came out and none of us are talking about it. Why
I
ain't we
know.
talking about it? It's got stellar reviews. I'm not even joking. I'm pretty
Dude.
sure it's like a renowned game in its own right. Let's check this out. Hello Kitty Island Adventure, which I'm pretty sure
it's
was like
getting late, guys.
9 out of 10 on Steam, 4.9 out of 5 on the Apple Store. IGN gave it a 6, so I mean, you know, there's that.
Too much water.
Too much water on the Island Adventure game. Nah, but seriously, no, the thing I think is hilarious about that is that when South Park did the World of Warcraft episodes, I think it was Butters who was like, I'm playing Hello Kitty Island Adventures. And I don't even know if it was a real
Yup.
game back then, but it's a real game now, and that makes me so happy.
That's where the meme started.
they just went full force into it.
And it worked.
Came out last year. I didn't know that.
And it worked for them. They made a good game.
That's crazy.
I almost
didn't
wanted
even
to
know
play
that.
it just for the meme. And then I didn't because it was $40 and I don't want to spend $40 on a meme.
Nah.
Is it mad if I say that after looking at these pictures in this video, it almost looks really good, almost like Animal
That's
Crossing?
what I'm saying.
It's
Like-
really gonna make me look this game up right now. I was
No, it
trying
looks
not
If
to.
you
really
have
good.
not looked at it once yet, you need to look at it.
Like if you throw all judgment aside, like this looks really good.
Hello Kitty is actually a icon globally. Like she's got like a serious following just as a mascot. Like I don't know what anything about what she does is. I've never seen a Hello Kitty show. I've never seen a Hello Kitty storyline of any kind. All I know is that they stick her on products and she sells like Pokemon. Like she's crazy.
Yeah.
He can't
Oh
believe
no,
what
they
he's
got
looking
the
at right now.
Gudetama. They got the Gudetama egg. Oh no.
He's mad because it doesn't look that bad. He thought it was going to be a trash fire, and it's not.
Maybe this could be our next game we get into. It's online co-op, guys. We can stream it.
It looks alright. Yeah, you don't know how much I hate that it looks alright.
That's what I'm saying, though.
Oh no.
I don't know about the online
we could
co-op.
be-
That'd be funny, but I don't know.
We could be the Hello Kitty Island Adventure streamers.
The
Which
only
Sanrio
ones,
character do you want to play as?
I don't know if I could bring myself to do it.
Thank you for showing me that. And also, why did you show me that?
Because it happened.
It did.
All right. Well, with that revelation,
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna beat that for this
Nope,
No,
episode.
we
gotta-
peaked.
Leave on a high.
We
We
peaked.
peak.
All right, y'all. This has been our best plays episode 6 months late. Of A for No, B for Yes. Typically a Zelda themed podcast, but for tonight, just a gaming podcast. But y'all have a good night, and we'll catch you on another episode. Peace out.